All the disrespect before you play back, button check. Button check.
What is up, Butt Check family? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful day, a beautiful morning of buttons that absolutely must be checked. Thank you guys for tuning in. We got two hot ones today, chapters down below, and today, as promised, is the official launch of Button Check Spotify. Link is down below. Please show your support. Also, link is on the main page, like on the channel page. So we should have like 6 episodes on there right now. Another one is loading tonight with some like Justin Wong interview type stuff that I did a while back that the public never saw. So that's out. I had an interview with Punk, and what I'm gonna start doing too, I cut out a lot of stuff on Button Check. Sometimes it's outtakes, sometimes it's just like longer thoughts that I have. I'm gonna do my best to start leaving that all in for Spotify. That way, you'll not only get these episodes, but you also feel like you're getting some stuff that's not seen here on the whole polished episode of Button Check. So either way, Spotify is officially up. Thank you guys for showing all the love. Let's get some buttons. Without further ado, let's go. And all right, first up for that Saudi Esports. We're talking about EWC. We're talking about the ENC buttons that need to be checked. So you already know. We already know EWC, Saudi, Esports, buying Evo, all that stuff. Big debate, hot topic. A lot of people disagree. Obviously, a lot of people do agree because most of the FGC, as far as like commentators, pro players, TOs are on board with that, right? Not here to have that argument, but you know what I mean. But they started this new thing called the ENC, which is the Esports Nations Cup. We talked about that several times on the channel already. It's supposed to be more of like an Olympic type country event where they go out and contact all these countries. These countries have representatives. They create like national teams and they come together, and it's called the Esports Nations Cup. So definitely different from the EWC that we've been used to for the last couple of years. Well, apparently the first time they were supposed to do it was this year, and it's already been canceled. Players are pissed. They put an article up right here saying Esports Foundation postpones inaugural Esports Nations Cup November of next year, 2027. Now, we got that FGC reacting. Gamers period also reacting, because there's a lot more than FGC involved in this. Incross saying the ENC news is being canceled, a postponement, but the new timeline could mean new qualifiers. In that case, it really was canceled, meaning it's not postponed like they're talking about, it was actually canceled. And he continues saying, and for all we know, the Middle East could be in a similar situation next year. I wouldn't be surprised if this event never actually happened. That's true, because the main reason why they're saying they're canceling it is because the climate of the world right now with the war and stuff going on. So they're like, there's no guarantee that this is going to be wrapped up by next year. Why not just plan to do it somewhere else like you did this year with the EWC? Either way, we'll get to that in a second. Others saying, laugh out loud, I sacrificed my right hand for several months to qualify, and now they're gonna tell me that by 2027, teams are gonna change and I'll have to qualify all over again, LOL. This is a pro Street Fighter 6 player, I believe. Yeah, pro Street Fighter 6 player saying this again. Then we got another Street Fighter 6 pro talking about, I'm fine with having to wait another year, but really hope this doesn't mean I have to re-qualify. I hope postpone means exactly that they're just moving the event that would be held this year to next year. So that's another concern, because people are saying the wording doesn't really say what's gonna happen. Do we have to re-qualify? In which, if we do, that's not fair, because we've did all this hard work in preparation. Some people are even retiring by them, which we'll read in a second. And what about the meta? We were focused on how the game is played now. We don't know how the damn game and characters with the buffs and nerfs and all that is gonna change by November of 2027. What the hell? Either way, let's go deeper. Others saying, I woke up to news like this. It would be my last championship of 2027. Will be too late for me. I've already been out the game for so long, so that's it. So you got other players in other communities talking like it's a wrap. This damn timeline is too far. I was already gonna retire, so now I don't have nothing to look forward to. I'm just gonna retire. Others saying canceled. This got canceled and rescheduled a year from now. What a massive letdown. Then going even deeper, another person talking about retiring. This is the hardest blow I've ever taken in my professional life. I don't know where to start. Maybe it's best to leave here the text that was already prepared for today, a farewell that represented a new beginning. I think that way people will understand a little better the magnitude of what happened today and the impact it has on an athlete's life. So he posted this whole thing right here. We won't really go into that, but you got the meat right there saying, it's a massive letdown. I was looking forward to doing this, maybe one last great thing with my esports career, gaming career, and now it's postponed. I got nothing to look forward to. I'm retiring right now. Others saying, ENC canceled, what a joke. I'm risking my university. This man right here talking about, I'm going to college, risking my damn study time and my grades. He says, I'm risking my university to take 1 year longer for this, not to say hundreds of hours I put into practice. If you don't have your life figured out, don't try esports. You will be disappointed in every turn. Your effort means nothing. Damn. You can see the frustration. FGC, beyond FGC, people are like, why don't you just do it in France? EWC was the same situation. And people were like, what's going on? Remember, there was rumors. There was rumors before it was ever announced. We even talked about it on Button Check, and some people didn't believe it. And lo and behold, it happened. It was switched to France. But at least it was still going, and players were like, okay, I got to make some travel arrangements, some changes, but the date and the whole purpose, the money, it's still there. That's all we really care about in the end. Some people were saying the infrastructure seems to already be set up in France. Why not just do the ENC in France? So they're very confused. I believe if anybody had to choose, they were like, just put it somewhere else, anywhere else, and all our efforts, and we'll gladly go there, no matter what it is. But back to that, why not just switch it this year? You could even push it back a month, push it to December or something, and players will go. Anything over just canceling it. It's weird because it seems like the powers that be in Saudi, they're moving so fast, everything. Didn't we just get the announcement for EVOs? So there's gonna be 9 EVOs, like the beginning or middle of last year, and now boom, 2027, there's supposed to be like 9 EVOs, something like that. Obviously, they have their own strategy and business goals that they're trying to achieve, but these dudes move hella fast. The ENC did not have to move this fast, as far as I can see. But once again, these guys are on a different damn flow of business, and they just go. They buy shit up and then they execute. But now it seems like they're not able to execute, and people is getting really pissed off. So will it happen? I don't know. But that statement rings out the loudest to me. The one that said, if you don't have your life figured out, don't try esports or you'll be disappointed at every turn. How y'all feeling? Let me know. And all right, next up for Imagine Being Daigo and being known the best for the game that you don't give a shit about, buttons that need to be checked. This is interesting, and this is a comment. What I just said was a comment that I just read on some of these replies. So it starts right here with Ryan Hart. I guess he got some of the GOATs together and he was like, hey, I want to know your rankings for the Street Fighter titles throughout the years, what you guys see, the best and the worst version of the game. So Ryan Hart posted this saying, Daigo, Taquito, Justin, and myself compare our favorite Street Fighter games. Enjoy. You see right here. Let's put it on the screen. Let me make this large right here for you. Starting with Daigo. He got that super turbo. Street Fighter 6 is second. That's interesting. Street Fighter 5 as third. Street Fighter 4 as fourth. And Third Strike, his least favorite. And that's where the title comes from. That's where people is tripping like, wait a minute, Daigo. Third Strike? Mr. Moment 37? That's your least favorite? Like, holy shit, but let's continue on. You got Ryan Hart, Third Strike, he got 4, he got 6, he got Turbo, and then he got 5 as the least favorite. So Ryan and Justin both picked Third Strike as their first. I would see that for both of them. And then 4. Honestly, I thought Daigo would have chose 4. I thought he would have chose 4 for his favorite or at least a second. So I'm surprised by that. But either way, continuing on, Justin picked 6 as his third, 5 as his fourth, and then Turbo last. Ending with Taquito. Taquito was the only one to pick Street Fighter 6 as his favorite. Is that surprising? I think that's surprising because I don't know, I'm just under the impression that none of the OGs think Street Fighter 6 is their favorite. I think we all could agree, or they all would agree, that it's fun and that it's hella successful, but as far as their favorite competitive wise, I didn't think anybody would think that, but Taquito thinks different. Taquito talking about 6 is the favorite, then he's 4, that's what's up, then 5, Third Strike, Turbo is last. Okay, so we got that right there. Then we got the FGC reacting right here, starting with Chris G, saying Ryan Hart's ranking is the only correct ranking. Then going deeper, others saying, I cannot accept any Street Fighter 2 slander, even from the GOATs, if it was one of the most iconic video games across any genre of all time. You know what, I'm not gonna lie, that's what I was thinking too. There's no Street Fighter 2. I'll give my pick on the list at the end of all this, but I was surprised because Street Fighter 2, anyway, I'm saying too much. Let's continue. Others saying, Daigo Dick Rider for life. I knew he'd never let me down. Hold on. That's a pause right there. That's a big old pause. It's not HT, Playboy, and even if it was, that would be a big old pause. You don't start a damn sentence like that. Daigo Dick Rider for life here. What I'd like to say, no, I'm not saying we all don't love Daigo and we're not a fan of Daigo and we all don't root for Daigo and that's not our GOAT. Not saying that at all, but you're not supposed to. Now we got mental pictures and you just like, no, that's not, that's too much. That's too much. Anyway, continuing on. Several interesting things in this image, but for me, it's fun to see the placement of Third Strike for these two. You see Daigo, obviously known, the winner of Moment 37, and Justin still getting memed out today in Moment 37, but that's his favorite. So other people finding that interesting. And Daigo really said, I want to blow your ass up and be done with it. Laugh my ass off. Continuing on, Daigo ranking Third Strike his least or his last is so funny. Continuing on, so interesting, Daigo known for his legendary comeback is his least favorite title, and Justin for Third Strike is no surprise. Then continuing on, I just find it funny that the game that probably has Daigo's most popular moment that even casual people who have never touched a fighting game in their life know is actually from a game he doesn't give a shit about. Going even deeper, imagine being Daigo and being remembered for the 2 Street Fighters you like the least. That's what we're talking about. That's what I was talking about, the title. Imagine being Daigo and being remembered for the 2 that you like the least. But we're not done. Others saying, the Daigo list is crazy, bro. Starts from Legacy Boomer Choice and goes into full Zoomer mode enjoyer. Ha 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 ha. Boomer, Legacy Zoomer, Boomer Zoomer. Sonic Boomer Zoomer. Anyway, whatever with that shit. I'm surprised that people are surprised about Daigo's picks. He's been nothing but negative about Third Strike in 4 since forever. I'm surprised Taquito likes 4 more than 5 though. And there you have it. And there it is, Butt Check family. How are you feeling? I'm not gonna lie, I am surprised by Daigo's picks. I never would have guessed that he would have put Third Strike and 4 last. Moreover, that he would have put 6 and 5 above 4 and Third Strike. I mean, he put fucking 5 above 4. That's crazy to me. But then again, he did really good in 5, so I get that. But 6, he put second. Surprising. So I can see why people are shocked. I did read other comments, I won't go into it too much right now, that said, well, we actually remember him saying that in the past, so it's not like he's changed his mind. I remember him saying he didn't really care for Third Strike or 4. Now, if it's up to me, I agree with the Street Fighter 2 slander. Street Fighter 2 is what changed the game. It was in the arcades. That was the game that got everybody interested into Street Fighter globally as far as like the arcades. To me, that game was love at first sight. Now, I don't go back and play it like, oh, I'm playing it every day. My sister actually has, believe it or not, my sister has the cabinet at her damn house. And she bought it because she knows I love the game. She didn't give it to me. She didn't give it to me. She was like, you want to play it? You come to my house. You come visit me and you play it. So when I play it over there, it's the old time. It's the old time feels, and I will always love it for what it meant for me in my childhood and for what it did to the community. So I personally have to put Street Fighter 2 as number 1. Then I'm gonna put 4 as number 2. Y'all already know it. I'm gonna put 6 as 3, believe it or not. I personally, for me, I'm gonna put 6 as number 3. And then 4th, some of y'all are gonna hate me. I'm actually not gonna put Third Strike. I'm gonna put Street Fighter 5. I'm gonna put Street Fighter 5 as 4th just because what that game meant to me, even though I shit on it all the time, is I have some of my best memories and experiences of my life that revolved around Street Fighter 5. My Evo trips, button check, bogus journeys with Dirty Low, going to the locals, that was all still happening. And Street Fighter 5 was at the center of that. So I'll always be grateful for that time of Street Fighter V in the way that the game ended. Third Strike, I mean, if you watch this channel, you already know, Dirty Low was the one that loved some Third Strike and got me into Third Strike. But because it didn't have Guile, bullshit Remming, you know, I don't know. Sonic Boom, motherfucker threw Sonic Boom. No, it was too zesty. How you gonna throw a Sonic Boom like this? No, that's too zesty. How the fuck you gonna break the sound barrier? No, bitch, no, that's not, no. No disrespect to y'all who love Third Strike, I get it. Game is dope, I get it. But for me, if I'm choosing my list, it's gonna be my least favorite. How y'all feeling? There it is one more time, Butt Check family. Appreciate the massive love. Thank you guys for tuning in. One more time, Spotify is officially here. The link is down below. Please show your support. It means the world. I will be posting on Spotify, if not every day, every other day. I promise you, it's going to be rampant because it's a lot easier. It is a lot easier to upload there than anywhere else. It just works, especially when you're dealing with a lot of audio. There's still video options there, but it's primarily audio. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy it, man. It means the world to us. So from the bottom of my heart, as always, I don't know what it is, but I know somehow, some way, it's about to get better. Love y'all, family. Peace. Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
Rock, paper, scissors for 40.
Get out! Come on now! I told you!
Why is he calling you stupid like that?
How we stray so far away from the light is crazy. What are we doing? The Neanderthal activity going on nowadays is crazy. Neanderthal. Insane. Sorry. You got it. That's it. Let's go. You suck.
Wait, that wasn't even 3. Reset.
1, 2, 3.
He's stalling.